Hello, I hope you're doing well. Today, I want to talk about moving from triathlon to more road biking or criteriums or racing or gravel or what have you. So, I've had many athletes who have come to me, they're triathletes, and they say, I like biking the best. I just want to focus on biking. Maybe I want to do some races here and there and some group rides. Now, the good news is that as a triathlete, you're probably coming in with a very strong base. So, this is going to be a strength of yours. You're also probably pretty good at pacing yourself, and you're likely very good at fueling yourself and hydrating well. These are strengths of yours, but the pacing can also be a weakness or a limiter. Now, let me explain that. Triathletes are all about conserving energy and kind of staying below that threshold zone. Rarely do they want to go above threshold in a race because they could blow up. Now, I know that modern triathlon, they're starting to pace a little bit differently. So maybe you are used to going a little bit above threshold, especially if the course is hilly. But traditionally, it's kind of like an endurance, tempo, sub-threshold effort for triathlon. Now, if you're moving to cycling, depending on the type of cycling you're doing, but most people will be doing group rides, local riding, races, and those are going to get you into the anaerobic zone, into that VO2 zone, into the neuromuscular. Triathletes are used to this steady pace. If they join a group ride, as long as that group ride stays kind of steady, they're going to rock it. But the minute someone attacks and brings them into that anaerobic zone, that's when they might be off the back. And this is for several reasons. Physically, they haven't trained this. So as a triathlete, if you're moving to cycling and you want to do these spicy group rides, you have to train that anaerobic. You have to train the VO2. You have to train the neuromuscular. Get that in your system. Now that's the physical. The mental is also something you have to deal with because mentally you've been in this zone of like, keep it threshold or below, keep it threshold or below. Everything in your mind and body is telling you to save your energy. So if a break goes in a group ride, you might be like, okay, don't go. That's your first reaction is just steady state. I can time trial it back. Well, you might not be able to time trial it back. If you can, if you're one of the stronger ones in the group, great, go for it. But as you go up in these group rides and you get better and better, you will reach a point where you have to go with that surge. You have to do that move to stay with the group. Now, another thing triathletes really have to be aware of when they're moving to primarily cycling are the bike handling skills. You might be coming in with lesser skills than a road racer because of the nature of triathlon. You just kind of focus and go. For road racers, the pace is surgy, you're navigating the group, you're moving around, you're standing up, you're shifting a lot. So if you are a triathlete and you are moving to primarily road cycling, I want you to practice standing and seated pedaling. I want you to practice powerful surges, like quick changes in going easier, hard, easier. I want you to practice shifting. I want you to practice cornering. So another thing you really have to work on as a triathlete is reading the group, not hesitating, and really going with those moves. You need to be comfortable drafting. You need to be comfortable navigating around a lot of people, and you need to be able to make decisions really quickly. So to summarize, as a triathlete, you're coming in with a really strong base. So maybe you don't need to train that base more. Maybe you need to focus more on the VO2, the anaerobic, the neuromuscular. You need to work on handling. You need to be aware of drafting and tactics. You need to be comfortable around people. You need to be able to change your pace quickly. You need to be able to make quick decisions and handle your bike in many different situations.